So this morning, the safety of children outside schools, particularly in Peterborough, is in question after a 3-year-old was knocked over outside a primary earlier this week. It happened in Gunthorpe. Luckily, and amazingly, the little boy was unharmed, only suffering minor injuries, but he was hit by a car. It comes after a high-profile campaign from the City Council asking drivers to take more care outside schools. Our reporter John Devine is right there outside Gunthorpe Primary at this moment. Johnny.
Yes, Chris, I'm about 5 miles from Peterborough city centre, as you say, outside Gunthorpe Primary School. It's what I'm calling it, Chris, is an SME. It's a school of multiple entrances. I'm actually on Hallfields Lane now. You can hear a refuse truck in the background, just to let you know that's happening as well in the background. So there are at least 4 ways of gaining access to this school. It is where I'm standing now, just doing a 360 feed, Chris. It's highly residential, lots of houses all around me here, lots of drop curbs. There are double yellow lines in front of me that go into single yellow lines, but there are parking restrictions here on Monday to Friday between 8 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. and 2:45 p.m. and 4:15 p.m. But, as I say, very highly residential. The guy's just putting the bins out in front of me now. The incident just happened, Chris, actually, only about 50 yards away from where I am. But highly residential and lots going on here.
So Johnny D there, John Devine, setting the scene for us at Gunthorpe Primary this morning. Now, Councillor Darren Fowler is on the Board of Governors at the primary school, and he joins us live from the scene now. Darren?
Morning.
Now, it's a real concern what's happened to this little boy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, it's great news to hear that he is okay now. I spoke with his mother yesterday, and I mean, it's good news on that front. But obviously, the event itself, just let the bin man go by. The issue itself is one of concern.
Do I understand that parked cars played a part in this?
Well, I think what we're looking at in regards to this particular issue is to have it sort of enable us as local ward councillors to elevate the issue of road safety as a whole.
Can I just press you on what happened with the little boy? I understood he'd walked out from behind a parked car, is that right?
Well, the details, I think, are sort of not 100% in regards to exactly what happened from my point of view, but what we are obviously really happy about is the fact that the young lad is okay, and that this enables us as local ward councillors to talk about the issue of road safety and the need for improvement regarding various schemes, specifically along Hallfields Lane and areas like the Pentlands.
Obviously, we're focusing not just on your school, but every school, because we hear this increasingly, don't we? That, cars need to slow down. Very often we're hearing about campaigns from parents and also helped by schools to get speed bumps and other car-slowing things in operation around there. So what's the history where you are?
Well, locally in the Gunthorpe area, the Liberal Democrat councillors, including myself, have campaigned for many years in regards to road safety.
Not a party issue, though.
Not a party issue.
I'm sure you're not trying to claim that, are you, Darren?
Well, I'm just stating a fact. Obviously, we have 3 ward councillors here who are very active. My colleague, Councillor Andrew Bond, in the last few days has been down and erected signs along Hallfields Lane to remind people about speeding. My other colleague, Councillor Julia Davison, she's been in talks with local residents who've been affected by the issue of poorly parked cars. And obviously myself as a school governor, I know the school take it very, very seriously, the whole issue of irresponsible parking.
Yeah, we're talking to you as on the Board of Governors, not as a Liberal Democrat. So what needs to happen now, do you think?
Well, what we need a bit of collaboration between the authorities. Obviously, that includes the police, that includes the City Council, that includes the school. We need to get a strong message across to those, as I say, small section of car drivers, of parents who obviously aren't parking in a manner that's acceptable, because we are talking about the safety of children. And obviously we've seen some schemes like the 20s Plenty introduced in other areas of the country. I think that's a good idea. I think that's something we should look at. There have been working groups at the town hall looking at this type of scheme. But yeah, we do need to see some action ASAP, because, well, obviously I'm a big fan of prevention rather than cure.
Okay, and also, people are encouraging children to walk and bike to school, but it has to be safer for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've got some schemes, again, taking place in the city that encourages youngsters to cycle to school. Cycling is a very cool thing to do, simple as that. There are plenty of people who do, there are plenty of children that do, and that's great. But yes, we need to enable them to be safe when they are journeying from home to school and vice versa. And yeah, there are, again, various ideas and concepts that the local authority could be introducing to make that so.
Darren Fowler, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Councillor Darren Fowler on the Board of Governors at Gunthorpe Primary School.